What's the worst thing that your ex did? After I finally got fed up with the toxicity, gaslighting, unnecessary drama, and general bullshit and I broke up with her, she pulled the traditional no, we're not over because I don't accept it strategy. So I refused to engage and I blocked her everywhere and went NC because she kept messaging me and calling to demand we at least meet to have a final talk in order to get closure despite the fact that I had already agreed to that and tried it like 3 or 4 times and it only resulted in arguing and insulting me and blaming me for everything that happened. And so this one time I wasn't home, she sent me an email from a new address that said she had my dog and if I didn't want something to happen to her I had to go to her place and have her dumbass closure conversation. In other words, she showed up at my house while I was away on some errands, jumped the fence, broke the lock on the gate that separated my backyard from my front yard and literally kidnapped my dog and threatened to hurt her if I didn't do as she said. Needless to say, I immediately went to her place to get my dog back. Once I was there, she locked the door and refused to let me out and kept demanding I stay and explain why I wasted years of her life and the usual bullshit toxic ex-partners pull. Until I told her that if she didn't let me leave with my dog I was going to call her roommate on my cell phone and ask to be let out and leave her to explain why me and my dog were locked in their house in the first place. At that point I guess it finally dawned on her that there was no way to spin this insanity as somehow being my fault and she finally let me out. The last thing I said to her was to never contact me or come near me or my dog ever again because I had her email admitting to breaking into my house, stealing my dog and threatening to hurt her, and at this point I was willing to get lawyers and the police involved. Now, an ex kidnapping your dog and threatening violence in order to manipulate you into whatever they want you to do is batshit crazy by itself, but the thing that really pissed me off is that we were together for about 8 years and she was my GF when I adopted my dog back when she was a puppy several years before, so my dog absolutely loved her and saw her as her other owner. I honestly don't know if she was just bluffing or if she would have hurt my dog if I hadn't immediately gone to get her back, but that shit was psychotic anyway. Thankfully it's been years now and that dog lived to be a venerable 15 years old before finally passing away in my arms after a full life, and I never saw that crazy ex again.